Please give it up for Sunniva Brynnel, bringing us some beautiful coming into the room music today. Welcome to another week here in the Daily Antidote of Song. I'm so glad to see all of you here. It is Monday. We're not only starting a brand new week, we are continuing all of our beautiful December, winter holidays from around the world, traditions, etc., singing. And we're glad you've joined us again today to be a part of it. Help me out. Let's say hello to everybody out on Facebook live stream and everybody out there on YouTube live stream. Thanks so much for joining us today. For anybody who's new, I'm Jo Rossi. I'm the director of the Daily Antidote of Song. And we are one song every day at noon Eastern, sometimes two, sometimes three songs. And in this case, we are just singing ourselves silly in December when there are so many beautiful wintry songs to be sung. And we're glad you joined us. We are really looking forward to today's artist, Sunniva Brynnel, coming in from Sweden. Let's all give it up for Sunniva, and we'll get back to her in just a minute. She's got a great journey planned for us today. Let's say hi to all the folks in the room. So Ariana's running tech for us today out of Los Angeles. Thank you so much for being here. Deli is in Maryland. I can't tell who that is, but maybe I can't tell who that is. Hello, iPhone. We're glad you're with us today. Nan in Michigan, nice to see you. Athena in Brooklyn, hello, nice to see you. Linda on Orcas Island, Hoda in British Columbia, Arlene coming in from Berkeley, California. It looks like we've got Pauline, William, and Shizuka coming in from Newcastle, UK. Susan in Cincinnati, Ohio. Louise in Devon, UK. Trish in Victoria. Sheila coming in from North Florida. Jamie in Victoria. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Neil in Boston. Jane in Texas. Bob coming in from Albany. Hello, Marion coming in from Brighton, UK. Hi to Carolyn coming in from Boise, Idaho, reminding me that today is day 1,716 consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote Song. That's a lot of singing, a lot of songs, a lot of artists, and a lot of hosts. And we've been at it for a while, getting pretty good at it, guys. What do you think? We're doing all right here, right? Yeah, all right. Let's thank Carpe Diem Arts, actually, while I'm thinking about it, because they keep this machine going. And I don't know where we'd all be without it, but I know we're all better off having it. Sue in Seattle, thank you so much for being with us. Kathy in Colorado, great to see you. Let's see, we've got Aloysius in Massachusetts. We've got Cliff coming in from Vermont. We've got Laris coming in from the UK. Storm coming in from Mass. And folks who are off video today, Sarah in Texas, Carol in Connecticut, Elizabeth in California, Nancy coming in from Portland, and Dawn and the Curly Tops coming in from Vermont. And for anybody else who joins us, we are really glad you're here. Here come other folks right now as we speak. Let's all take a deep breath. All right, so Sunniva is joining us from Sweden, and she has been in this room, I don't know, a magical four times, I think, at this point. Incredible, amazing human being, and has brought us some of the most amazingly zen and melodic and I don't know, peaceful journeys that we've had in the Daily Antidote. And I suspect she is right back on theme today, in addition to having December-y and wintry themes. So Sunniva, do you want to unmute, say hi, and let us know what you've got for us today?
Hi, it's great to be back. Good to see you all. I'm going to scroll just to the second page as well.
Woohoo!
Hey.
Here we are.
Yeah, good to see familiar and new faces. So I actually prepared a couple of Swedish songs, and it sounds kind of daunting. We will do melodies as well as some simple Swedish, so hopefully you'll stay with me and enjoy some Swedish culture. Should we do the first song?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is a hymn that's everyone sings it from when they're very little, as did I, and I played it on a Christmas mass just the other week. So just to celebrate, what do you call it? Advent? Is that a thing? Do you celebrate the lighting of the 4 candles every Sunday?
Yep.
So we do as well, and we celebrated first of Advent in church with this. So is it being shared in the chat? Nu tändas tusen juleljus. There it is. It's a lot of words, but I'd like us to do just on an oo at the beginning, so we'll learn the melody. And then you can sing along with every Swedish child and adult that you'll ever meet. So the melody goes like this, and it goes 4 times over for 4 verses. Sounds like this. Should We do that together first. It's looking good to me. And then the second phrase. We'll do the second phrase again. Put them together. How's that going? And then we'll continue. And there's the whole song. We'll do the second part. There is the whole thing. And I'm going to do some Swedish words, but please sing along on that can be very soothing for the voice. So if you have a cold, it's good to sing on a closed mouth M like mother, or an ooh, which is kind of cozy to me, or ah if you really want to open up your voice nicely. So you choose your vowel or your sounding consonant, and here we go. Nu tändas tusen juleljus på jordens mörka grund, och tusen stråla och på himlens djupblå grund, och över stad och land ikväll går julens glada bud, att född är Herren Jesus Krist, vår Frälsare och Gud. And for those of you feeling really brave, there is the lyrics. Can I see a show of hands if anyone is singing along to the lyrics here? Oh, wow, that's very impressive. Okay, it's like we're all in a rebels show. Everyone's being brave, singing internationally. Third verse. Du stjärna över Betlehem, och låt ditt milda ljus få lysa in med hopp och frid i varje hem och hus, i varje hjärta varmt och mörkt. Sänd du en stråle blid, en stråle av Guds kärleksljus i signad juletid. And I should have told you what the lyrics are about, right? It's not just Christmas, it's really about the Christmas, the star, the guiding star sending a light from God into our hearts, basically. So it's about the guiding star light. We'll do the fourth verse again, saying, into every heart send your light. I varje hjärta armt och mörkt, sänd du en stråle blid, en stråle av Guds kärleksljus i signad juletid. Wow, okay. I'm so impressed to see people singing along in Swedish. Does anyone know Swedish here? Okay.
No, it looks like we got a lot of no's on that one.
Wow. So we just got a lot of brave souls.
I was on ooh myself.
Ooh is good. Ooh is good. Ah is good. Is good. What was
Yeah,
any? Hmm.
go ahead.
What I'm just curious if anyone was on anything else than ooh, ah, or lyrics. Okay. Maybe you can type it into the chat what you were vocalizing. Yeah, a lullaby. Or, oh, you sing with a Swedish woman in your house choir. I have the chat up, and it's quite tempting to see what people are saying.
I know it is, because they say so many good things.
Yeah.
And yeah, we love to joke in here that we have the University of Daily Antidote, because oftentimes they come up with more things about the songs than we know or that we're talking about, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So Sunniva, happy December from all of
Happy
us here
December.
in the Daily Antidote, and happy winter. And wondering if you want to tell us a little bit more about that song, about what it says, about how it's used in your holiday traditions.
Yeah.
Because we'd love to hear.
Sure. Yeah, let me look at the verse order. It's really quite beautiful, and it's funny because when you sing songs as a child, at least for me, I never really considered lyrics for anything that I sang as a child, and I kind of wonder why no one ever kind of sat down and said this is what we're singing about, right? But this is now 1,000 lights of Christmas is lit on the face of the earth, and 1,000 lights are shining on the deep blue sky. And over city and land tonight, the merry message of Christmas is spread, that Jesus Christ is born. And dear star over Bethlehem, let your light enter all of our hearts. So it's just, I just like it a lot. Yeah, I started singing it since, I can't even remember how small I was when I was singing it. And every year we would do, it's called Lucia. Do you know what we celebrate on December 13? We dress in white nightgowns, and then we have red ribbons around our, kind of like this, but around our waist. And there's one woman in the front with candles in her. It sounds so crazy, but has anyone seen this parade of light? Oh yeah, okay, great, some thumbs up. And so usually children, but also sometimes like adults singing in a choir, they go in this parade, and the men are ginger cake people with or Santa Clauses, and the women are dressed so in with their candles. And usually only there's one woman in the front with these candles, and we sing these songs. And this is one of the songs that is very commonly sung in the Lucia parade on December 13 in Sweden. And when I was a child, this was a way for us to knock doors, kind of like the US Halloween. We got some money, not candy, some candy. We were disappointed if we got candy because we wanted money to buy Christmas presents. So we would knock doors and stand there with our lights and sing the carols and get like a few pennies to buy small Christmas gifts. So it was a nice December tradition to have.
That is completely beautiful. So did you tell us the name of it? Is it Lucia or Lucia?
Lucia.
Yeah.
And I think she was maybe an Italian saint or something. This is also funny because we have a lot of traditions, but we don't always know where they come from or why we do them. And I think in Sweden, a lot of our traditions, we can speak more of them if you want, but it's a mix of pagan tradition and Christian tradition for sure.
So I had totally forgotten it until you started talking about it with the sashes and the white, and that I had a book when I was little that was like all the holiday traditions around the world, and that there was that parade, I think is what you called it.
Yeah.
And the candles, and was there candles in a crown, or
Yeah. And for the poor girl who is Lucia, I've been it once. It's like it's what every girl's dream is, to one day be the Lucia in her class or something. But you know, if you have 20 girls in a class, it's hard. Not everyone can do it. But you get a lot of candle wax in your hair, so it's actually a nightmare afterwards to get it off if you have real candles. But sometimes there is the electric ones as well.
Okay, that's really funny. Okay, so we were having a great conversation in here before we opened about Swedish Christmas food and or holiday food, Christmas food, December, winter foods and traditions. And can you tell us a little bit more about what you do in your
Yeah.
family?
So first of all, we celebrate on the 24th, and I think they do that in Germany or some other countries, but I believe you celebrate on the 25th, right? For those of you who celebrate Christmas. So 24th, and we we have this tradition of watching TV at 3 o'clock. There's like a Disney medley, but it changes slightly every year, but certain aspects are the same. And we watch Donald Duck medleys at 3 o'clock. And then the foods that are traditional in Sweden, we eat a lot of salmon. So smoked salmon or hot or cold smoked salmon. A lot of boiled eggs, and then one very important thing is what we call Jansson's temptation, which is potatoes in the oven with anchovy. It doesn't all sound super tasty, but it's a thing, and a big Christmas ham. So I guess for you, when you celebrate things, you have a big turkey, but for us, we have a ham, and we don't fill it with things. We just put mustard around it, and it needs to stay in the oven for a very long time. What else? Yeah, lots of fish. The pickled herring, it's essential. Have anyone tried the pickled herring? Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, it's an acquired taste for sure. I think I just only learned to eat it a few years ago, pretty much, because I always just steered clear of it. It's not usually, it's just an adult kind of taste, I think. And what do we do more?
How about desserts or cookies, or is
Oh,
there?
oh, yeah, the dessert. So we eat rice porridge for dessert, and you put one either a coin or an almond inside the rice porridge, and the ones who get the coin or the almond can make a wish.
That's
So
great.
and we have it with cinnamon and sugar, sometimes with butter on top as well. So it's like this really luxurious kind of creamy rice porridge. And then we have chocolates and all the rest, like the rest of the world. So I think.
Awesome. So,
Mm.
okay, that's awesome, Sunniva. So I'll say just a couple of things about some of what you said. Like, so first of all, you said that you think that people here do a turkey or, what is, there, I don't think there is a thing that all the people in this space do, and certainly not that all the people in the
Mm.
US do.
Mm.
And a lot of folks in this room aren't from the US. We've got Canada
Right.
and we've got UK in the room. But like one of the things that's incredible, I think, about the US is the fact that like everybody here is coming from so many different places with their own different traditions that, for example, my family is Italian American, and we actually do a bigger thing on the 24th than we do on the 25th. And by the way, potatoes and anchovies is kind of like right up our alley. So I also love seeing the ways that there's all this like intermixing between, for example, the Swedish culture and the Italian culture and the Santa Lucia. But I think for folks in this room, there's lots of different holiday celebrations across December. Some Christmas, some other holiday celebrations, some other December celebrations. There's solstice, there's obviously Hanukkah. So like all these things are in play. And people do different things even when the first word that they use to describe it is the same, right? There's the different food cultures or the different gift cultures, or so it's really, really neat to hear about yours. The other thing I was going to say is, as you were talking and you got to the rice pudding thing, I remembered I have books. I think so. Sven Nordqvist. So that
Nordqvist. Yeah.
yeah, the Petson Findus and Petson books.
Oh,
Um,
I read them to my son. My son is 2 years old. He's like, pets on when we go to bed.
all right, so my dog is actually named Findus after Findus, and
Oh wow.
we read all of those. And there's one that's specifically the Christmas one. Do you have that one where the Petson and Findus have a Christmas and it goes awry for lots of reasons? And
I don't remember the ways that it goes awry, but I remember him wrapping like a potato peeler or something
yes,
for pets
exactly.
and for for
Yeah.
Christmas.
And then there was also the Tomte books, which I think, is it Astrid Lindgren who wrote the
Oh,
Tomte
it could
books?
be Astrid Lindgren.
And,
Yeah,
and there's the they put the porridge out for the Tomte, and if they don't, then it's not a good year. Yeah.
Oh, that's very important. So I don't know if you've heard about this. It's also what do you call when something is, let's say it's a true story, but we put some rice porridge out on our front porch for the gårdstomt, which is the small like little Santa Clauses that look like this size.
Yeah.
And we believe that they look after the farm or the land, and so yeah, they'll be extremely upset if you don't put the oatmeal out. But usually it's like the cat that eats it or something. But
that's really
we don't talk about that.
No. The cats are just helping to keep the the beautiful tradition of mystery alive. So I'm trying to remember I can't remember, but there's a book I think that we had that was the Tomte's Christmas Porridge, and it's the story of like the family who's supposed to put it out because it's going to help the farm for the year, and then they forget, and etc. And like so totally recommend for everybody in this room, when you're considering things to buy for children, buying books that tell stories from around the world, and or especially holiday stories from around the world. It's so impactful, and how we all learn to recognize all of the ways that we are the same despite our differences, I believe, come up out of children's books, right? Where we learn to make the human connection with people from wherever they are and whatever it is they're doing. And so I love that you're reading those to your kiddo. And anything else you want to say about what you'll do this year for your holiday? Because
well, it was just there's one more TV show that we watch at 8 o'clock. You see, that has a lot to do with sort of just the kindness of Christmas. And there's a cartoon that's been going on since probably the 70s about Sven-Bertil Jonsson, who works in the post office, and he collects all the fancy packages that he sees coming to rich people, and then he basically goes around and like gives it to poorer people in his town. And that's something that we watch every year at 8 o'clock at Christmas. So that's also a big tradition, and it's got a great jazzy soundtrack. So it's a very nice TV series. And this year I'm going to be spending it like every other year, probably for the rest of my life, if I'm with my husband, with his family, because for his family, they're very religious, and they just love Christmas much more than I do. So we're gonna be spending it in a very traditional way. I've come to terms with that's going to be my Christmas for forever and ever. But I do enjoy sort of. My favorite Christmas has always been, I have to admit, to just like eat a curry and pretend like it's not a Christmas. But yeah, we're going to be spending it in quite a traditional way, with all the foods that I told you about, and some of the songs and a Christmas tree.
That's so beautiful. All right, can we throw like our hats off for all of the folks in the world who are going to be like working really, really hard, to be polite, to create some Christmas feast or some holiday feast or some whatever it is in December, when you're grabbing all your family together, and suddenly you're cooking for 10 or 20 or 30 people. So we could all just eat curry, and we could even eat frozen out of but if we're doing other things, it's a lot of work and a lot of love that goes into all of that kind of holiday tradition and giving. And so hats off to all the chefs this season. And okay, Sunniva, I know you have another song for us, and we chatted about a tie-in to revels. Can you just tell us really quickly about your connection to revels and this song?
Sure. So I was part in 2018. I was part of the Cambridge Christmas Revels as a soloist and band member there, and it was such a lovely experience. It's in it's in the Harvard Theatre. I can't remember what the theatre was, but it's seen by 20,000 people all in all in the month of December, and it just surprised me that there was so much love and care taken to pronounce these Swedish songs that the choir was doing, and pronounce them right, and finding them, and we were laughing because you also know one of the song that I wanted to share with you. The final song we're going to do today is a Swedish Christmas song that it seems to be a Revels classic, because we certainly sang it in Cambridge Christmas Revels, and it's a song that we hold each other's hands. Usually it's a children's thing, and we dance around the Christmas tree. And it's a song, I don't know if you shared it, and here it goes. Now it's Nu är det jul igen. Now it's Christmas again. And the lyrics says, now it's Christmas again, and the Christmas lasts until Easter. But then the second verse goes, it's not true, because, what's the English word for that? Lent? Between Easter and Christmas, there is Lent.
Yep, that's right.
So that's all this song is saying. And maybe we can try to say, nu är det jul igen, nu är det jul igen. It's such a tongue twister. Nu är det jul igen, och nu är det jul igen. If you can sing that with me, that's awesome. But we can also do, I'll type some nonsense syllables in that you can also say. Dum, dee, dee, day, dee, dum. Something like this is very good for non-verbal singing. Dum, dee, day, dee, dum, dee, da, dee, da, dee, da. Like, think of an Irish happy man jumping around, frolicking on a meadow. Dum, dee, 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 da, diddly, dot, dee, da, dee, da. So if you don't want to do the Swedish words, you can always do dum, dee, 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 da, dee, da, dee, da, instead of la, 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 because it just seems to transport the happy lyrics a little better with dum, dee, dee. Should we do it? So it goes like this. And for those of you who play along, sometimes I see instruments will play in the key of D major. There's less ukuleles today. Okay, here we go. Nu är det jul igen. Now it's Christmas again. Nu är det jul igen, och nu är det jul igen, och julen vara en till påska. Nu är det jul igen, och nu är det jul igen, och julen vara en till påska. Actually, we'll repeat that because there's a lot. Okay. Nu är det jul igen, och nu är det jul igen, och julen vara en till påska. Nu är det jul igen, och nu är det jul igen, och julen vara en till påska. Okej. Det var inte sant, men det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Det var inte sant, men det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. We'll do the second part again. Och det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Ja, det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. We do a dum-de-day la-la-la version. Oh, daddly-day-de-da, diddly-day-de-da, dum-de-day da-da-da-day-day. Daddly-dop-be-dee-dee, daddly-doo-de-day, dum-de-dee-dee-dee-dee-day-day. Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-day-da-day-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-d gay day. Do we have time for another round of words? Here we go, from the top. Och nu är det jul igen, och nu är det jul igen, och julen vara en till påska. Jul igen, och nu är det jul igen, och julen vara en till påska. Men det var inte sant, och det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Och det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Och det var inte sant, och det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Och det var inte sant, och det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Great. Thank you for singing along. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. That was really, really fun. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think maybe we might need to sing that once more just before we close. But let's make a few announcements quickly and just say a few quick things. Actually, I want to say that, in fact, yes, Washington Rebels used that song, I think, in 2005 and 2016 when they did Swedish or Scandinavian Christmas. Also, I have to actually show this to you guys because it's right here on my wall right here. I'm not sure if you all can see that. Oh, I should have spotlighted. But that is the, let's see if I can get it. Whoops. Okay, that's Sunniva. Hang on 1 second. All right. This is, I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, whoever just helped me. This is the, look at those beautiful little tumta. That's star from the year that we did it.
They're amazing.
Yeah, isn't that so cool? All right, spotlight down. Thank you so much. All right. And that we sang that song both years. And it's so much fun. And I have absolute memories of the kids dancing around. I also want to shout out Caroline in DC was holding up the Tomta book that I was talking about. So I'm going to move her over here to the first page so everybody can see. Do you know that one?
Let's see. I mean, I don't know that one, but it looks so so
Yeah,
true.
and I can't remember who wrote that, and I can't see it on the thing, but it's
Sven Nordqvist. It said Sven Nordqvist on the.
Oh, it was also Sven Nordqvist.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's so funny.
It's so funny as a Swede to see this and to know that this spreads around the world. It's really it feels really nice.
Yeah, there's a really an incredible, I would say, both an aesthetic to the Sven Nordqvist books that is outside of like what I would say we typically had in our children's books. I think maybe now some things are picking up on it, but also that beautiful way in which something can be communicated for children but have another layer for adults. I think Sven Nordqvist does that in like a really spectacular way.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, especially for if you need to read for your child every night for quite a long time and over again, it's really nice if it has some more layers, because it can get very mind-numbing otherwise.
Beautiful. You know, for folks in the room who don't actually have kids or grandkids, I did see a beautiful thing at our local bookstore where they had a box for books that you could buy a book and put it in the box, and they were being sent to Texas. In that case, it was banned books. But there's all kinds of places where they're taking holiday gifts for kids. And you can, if you really want to buy one of those books, but you don't have money to buy it for, you can do it and put it in one of those boxes where it will go to somebody in need. It's a great way. And then you can also secretly read it first. So I'm just saying. All right. So before we close, I'm going to just make a few quick announcements, and it's going to require a little bit of dexterity on the tech end, which I don't always have. So very quickly, I want to let everybody know who's coming up this week. So we're here having another week of singing in December, winter, holidays, and light. Sunniva Brynnel today from Sweden. We're going to give another big shout out to her when we're done. Namvula coming in from the UK. Cohen, Braithwaite, Kilcoyne coming in also from the UK. Oh, well, okay. Fran Andre also coming in from the UK. Diane White Clayton coming in from California. Marv Zowder, I think is California, I don't remember. And Steve Winnick and Jennifer Cutting will be coming in from my living room and playing on my piano. So please don't miss any of the days this week because they're going to be so fabulous. And if you can all give me just a second, I'm going to also share two more beautiful things that we're doing because I would like to make sure that everybody gets a chance to see these. So next up is our December winter and holiday cards project, which is that we are offering up, again, for anybody who wants to participate, you can sign up for this project. You can send 3 cards to anybody on the list around the world, and you're going to get 3 cards from whoever it is who is sending you cards. And so you can do more than 3, but we're asking for a 3 of minimum. If you don't have the capacity to get to a mailbox or to do an actual snail mail card, or if you live in Canada, where I understand there's mail complication going on right now, you can use e-cards, and people who put their email address on the list, it means they're also willing to receive e-cards. So there is a link in the chat for this project. We're going to carry it through till probably around January 5 to make sure that folks are getting cards, you know, that where the mail has to go further, etc. Please check it out in the chat online, or if you have questions about it, you can email us at daily@carpediemarts.org, and we can tell you more about it. And then the last great thing that we're doing, which requires, again, that I figure out how to switch screens. Hang on, you guys are all so beautifully patient, is our wintry warmth and sharing event, which is going to be our holiday party, our December holiday party here in this space on December 20th. As soon as we're done singing Daily Antidote wise, we're going to open up the room for our holiday party. We're going to ask folks to bring your favorite December object so you can share it with us and tell us what it's all about, if it's of your culture or if it's of your childhood or whatever it is. And then also be prepared for us to throw out some sort of talking points to the room and call on folks and hear other answers to other questions having to do with December and winter. So thank you so much, everybody, for being with us today. We're super excited to have you at all of these things. In addition, we have an e-news that's gone out that lists all of the different live streams that we're meeting up at. So if you're interested, check out the e-news and or write to daily at carpediemarts.org so we can send you the list. We're meeting at all different things all around, and we're going to continue that also through the holiday season. And that list is ever expanding, so keep an eye on the e-news, please. All right, deep breath, everybody, because I need it. Another spectacular special day. Sunniva, thank you so much. Can we please sing that last one a couple more times through?
Absolutely. And I see the julbock also, Caroline in DC.
Okay.
That's another thing that we have. Sometimes,
Awesome.
sometimes it doesn't cross my mind that it might be something kind of special for Scandinavia as well. But yeah, thanks for sharing the julbock. Here we go. Nu är det jul igen och nu är det jul igen och julen bara en till påska. Nu är det jul igen och nu är det jul igen och julen bara en till påska. Men det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Ja, det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. From the start. Nu är det jul igen och daddeli-dadi-doppi-datti-dodi-dadi-dai-dai. Daddeli-doppi-dadi-dadi-dadi-dadi-dadi-da-da. Men det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Och det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Och men det var inte sant, för det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta. Men det var inte sant, det var inte sant, för däremellan kommer fasta.
That was really fun in its sped up version too. And I loved seeing everybody start to smile wider and wider as you got faster and faster. Fun. Everybody,
thank you.
Can we please thank Sunniva Brynnel coming in from Sweden?
Pleasure to see you again.
So great.
Merry Christmas. God jul.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy everything. Happy 2025, of course, if we don't see you again until after the new year. And lots of love, Sunniva, to you and your whole family. And enjoy your rest of your December.
Same to you. Bye. Hej då. God jul. Tusen tack. Merry Christmas, tack.
Thank you so much. All right, Sunniva is such a magical, amazing human, and it's always so spectacular to have her in the room. And thanks again, Sunniva, for being with us. And thanks, of course, to everybody in this room for being with us, and everybody out there on the live stream. Thank you for joining us. So folks on YouTube and folks on Facebook, we hope we'll see you tomorrow for the rest of this fabulous week of singing. And well, let's say goodbye to everybody in this room. And we can't wait to see you all again tomorrow, of course. Caroline in DC, thanks for being with us. Ariana in Los Angeles, Athena in Brooklyn, reminding me that it is day 1,716 days of consecutive singing. So of course, if you're new to us, you know where to find us now every single day. And we look forward to having you back with us. Linda on Orcas Island, thank you. I can see holding up holiday gear. Arlene in Berkeley, California. Susan in Cincinnati. Louise in Devon, UK, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Mabel and Bob and Bears coming in from Massachusetts, Bob in Albany, Marion coming in from Brighton, UK, Cricket in Maryland, Carolyn in Boise, also holding up great now. That's it. Oh yeah, a little deer, awesome. Anne in Nashville, Julie in Ontario, Canada, Sue in Seattle, Kathy in Colorado, Annette in California, Nan in Michigan, Chuck coming in from Grand Rapids, Jamie in Victoria, British Columbia, Storm in Mass. We got a whole cast of characters over there on the Newcastle screen. That's Pauline, William, and Shizuka. Thanks for joining us today, gang. Really nice to see you. And let's see, we've got Dally in Maryland, Hoda in British Columbia, Trish in also British Columbia and Victoria with a red happy puppet there. Neil in Boston, Massachusetts, Linda in Concord, Mass, Ruth in Birmingham, UK, Aloysius in Mass, Diane in Coamo, Puerto Rico. Nice to see you with us today. Jane in Texas, Lars in the UK, Carol in Connecticut, Nancy in Portland, Curly Tops in Vermont, Elizabeth in California, and Anna, program manager of the Daily Antidote, coming in from Cambridge. Thanks again, gang, everybody, for being here. So nice to see you all, and we can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Bye, and thanks again, Sunniva.